Even if you exercise every single day, eat all your protein, and take your daily supplements religiously, but you don't take these specific vitamins at nighttime, your body will still struggle to build muscle, especially as you get older. You've been told for years that magnesium is the key to muscle growth, right? Well, what if I told you that's not the full truth? Forget magnesium for a moment. The real secret lies in two often ignored vitamins that quietly rebuild your strength while you sleep. I'm a doctor who has spent more than 25 years studying age-related muscle loss, and I've seen how this simple misunderstanding sabotages millions of people who are doing everything else right. The truth is, muscle growth isn't about what you do in the gym. It's about what happens in your body when the world goes quiet and you close your eyes. 70% of your muscle repair and regeneration happens while you're asleep, but most people unknowingly waste that window. Tonight, you're going to learn the two essential vitamins that rebuild muscle overnight far better than magnesium ever could, and 3 common supplements you must never take before bed. The last one will shock you because you've probably taken it this week. But before we start, tell me if this sounds familiar. You follow a healthy routine, you eat clean, you walk, you lift light weights, you even take your vitamins, but you still wake up tired, sore, or weak. If that's you, type yes in the comments so others in the Inner Spark community know they're not alone. Because trust me, it's not your fault. It's biology, timing, and missing information that nobody ever taught you. Let's start with the first secret. Vitamin D3, the sunshine vitamin that fuels nighttime strength. Most people think vitamin D is only about bones or sunlight, but in truth, it's one of the most powerful activators of nighttime muscle repair. When you take vitamin D3 with your evening meal, you are priming your body for powerful overnight reconstruction. As you fall asleep, D3 unlocks special receptors in your muscle cells called VDRs, vitamin D receptors, and these act like tiny doors that allow calcium and phosphorus from your food to enter the muscle fiber. Without D3, those doors stay shut, and your muscles simply don't absorb what they need. But when D3 is there, it tells your muscles to take in those minerals that drive contraction, recovery, and strength. Beyond that, D3 tells your body to optimize testosterone production while you sleep. Yes, testosterone, a hormone crucial for both men and women, is one of the main drivers of growth and repair. Think of D3 as the foreman who shows up on the construction site at night, directing your body to use the protein you've eaten and rebuild what's been broken down during the day. Without it, you might have all the workers and materials ready, but no one giving orders. D3 also has a quiet, life-saving role most people miss. It fights inflammation while you sleep. Chronic low-grade inflammation is the silent thief of muscle. It eats away at your tissue, leaving you weaker each morning. Vitamin D calms that inflammation, allowing your muscles to recover more efficiently from the micro-damage of daily life. The problem? As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. We spend more time indoors, and even if we go outside, older skin can make up to 75% less vitamin D than it did decades ago. That's why deficiency becomes almost universal after 60. Science backs this up. A major Harvard University study tracked seniors with low vitamin D levels for 8 months. The group that took a daily D3 supplement gained nearly 3 pounds of lean muscle mass, while those who didn't gained almost nothing. That's an enormous difference. Imagine waking up one morning feeling steady, strong, and confident just because your body finally had the vitamin it was missing all along. And this isn't new wisdom. Ancient Viking warriors understood it without modern science. In the dark, freezing winters of Scandinavia, when there was almost no sunlight, they relied on cod liver oil, one of the richest natural sources of vitamin D, to keep their strength through months of darkness. They didn't have research journals. They had instinct, and that instinct kept them powerful. You can do the same today, but with precision. Take 2,000 to 4,000 international units of D3 with your evening meal, ideally one that includes healthy fats, since D3 is fat-soluble. That means it needs fats like olive oil, avocado, or salmon to be absorbed. Imagine a dinner of grilled salmon with herbs, roasted mushrooms with rosemary, and a side of mashed sweet potatoes with a touch of butter. That's not just a meal, it's a biological signal to your body saying, repair me tonight. Now, if D3 opens the doors for muscle repair, zinc is the master supervisor that keeps the repair crew working all night long. Zinc may not sound glamorous, but it's the mineral that commands over 300 enzymes in your body, many directly tied to rebuilding muscle tissue. During deep sleep, your body releases its most powerful recovery hormone, human growth hormone. But growth hormone can't function properly without zinc. Think of it as trying to start your car without fuel. Zinc is that fuel. When your levels are optimal, your body's repair systems stay active for the full 6 to 8 hours of sleep, rebuilding every fiber of muscle. But if you're zinc deficient, the process slows down dramatically. Studies show deficiency can cut your muscle repair rate by over 50%. The scary part? 40% of seniors worldwide are zinc deficient, and most don't even know it. The signs: waking up sore, slow recovery from simple activities like gardening, weak grip strength, are brushed off as aging, but they're really your body crying out for zinc. Now let me share a true story, a real style transformation that happened right inside our community. Meet Linda, a 66-year-old grandmother from Ohio. For years, she woke up stiff and weak, convinced it was just part of getting older. She did everything right: morning walks, daily protein shakes, magnesium before bed, but nothing changed. One evening, while scrolling through the Inner Spark, she decided to try adding vitamin D3 and zinc into her nighttime routine. She started small: 2,000 IUs of D3 with dinner and 20 milligrams of zinc 2 hours before bed. The first week, she noticed her sleep deepened. The second week, she woke up without that heavy fatigue for the first time in years. By the third week, she called it a miracle. She was walking upstairs without pain, and her daughter noticed her carrying grocery bags again, something she hadn't done in years. Linda sent us a message that said, "I feel alive again, like my body finally remembers how to heal." That story became one of our most shared reels because it reminded everyone that strength after 60 isn't about youth. It's about giving your body the right conditions to repair itself. Backed by science, this isn't coincidence. A University of Michigan study found that zinc-deficient seniors who took just 20 milligrams of zinc daily increased their muscle protein synthesis by 34% in 12 weeks. That means their bodies became 1/3 more efficient at turning dietary protein into muscle tissue. They also recovered 40% faster from exercise. The same study found that zinc turns on the genes that command muscle cells to repair faster. This mineral has been known since ancient Egypt, where healers used zinc-rich salves to restore warriors' wounds. The lesson is the same now. Zinc rebuilds the body. So, take 15 to 30 milligrams with a full glass of water about 2 hours before bed, not with dinner, to avoid interference with other minerals. That timing aligns perfectly with the natural surge of growth hormone during deep sleep. If this is new to you, comment zinc below to spread awareness. It helps others in the Inner Spark family learn how powerful this small step can be. Now that you know what to take, let's discuss what not to take. Because even the best supplements, if taken at the wrong time, can sabotage your progress. The first nighttime villain is the B-complex vitamin. Yes, the same B vitamins that fuel your energy during the day can wreck your sleep at night. They stimulate your nervous system, increase your heart rate slightly, and tell your brain to stay alert, exactly the opposite of what your muscles need. B6, B12, niacin, and riboflavin all boost energy production in cells, which is fantastic in the morning, but terrible at bedtime. I once treated an 87-year-old woman named Brenda who couldn't understand why she was getting weaker despite daily walks and perfect nutrition. She was taking her B complex right after dinner. We moved that supplement to breakfast, nothing else. And within a week, she said she was sleeping deeply for the first time in years. 3 weeks later, she regained 2 pounds of lean muscle and said her legs finally felt steady again. It's that simple. Timing can turn a good habit into a bad one. The next supplement to avoid before bed is vitamin C. It's one of the most misunderstood nutrients for muscle growth. Vitamin C is powerful during the day. It boosts immunity, heals tissue, and fights infection. But at night, it interferes with your body's repair signals. Your muscles actually need a small amount of oxidative stress, a tiny spark, to trigger the rebuilding process. It's like setting off a flare to call the repair crew. When you flood your system with antioxidants like vitamin C at night, you extinguish that flare. Your body never gets the message to repair. That's why older adults who take high doses of vitamin C at night often struggle with recovery and wake up sore. I saw this firsthand with Robert, a 79-year-old retired teacher who lifted light weights and drank bone broth every day. He was taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every night with dinner, thinking it would help his healing. Once we moved it to breakfast, his sleep improved almost immediately, and within a month, he regained visible strength in his arms and legs. His smile when he shook my hand and said, "I feel like myself again," said everything. And finally, the biggest hidden culprit: caffeine. Most people think caffeine is just about coffee or tea, but it hides everywhere, in pre-workout powders, multivitamins, even dark chocolate. Seniors often consume it unintentionally in the afternoon or evening, not realizing its effects can last up to 8 hours. Caffeine spikes cortisol, your body's stress hormone, and cortisol breaks down muscle tissue. It also blocks adenosine, the brain chemical that tells you to sleep, meaning you toss, turn, and never enter deep restorative rest. Without that deep sleep, your body can't release enough growth hormone, and without growth hormone, no amount of protein or exercise will rebuild your muscle. A 2020 study followed older adults who consumed caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime. They lost 28% more lean muscle mass than those who didn't, even though both groups ate the same diet. One of my patients, Susan, an 81-year-old retired nurse, took a nighttime fat burner that secretly contained 150 milligrams of caffeine. Once she stopped, her sleep transformed, and within a month her grip strength improved by 19%. Her story proves that recovery begins when rest begins. So let's bring all of this together. Vitamin D3 and zinc are your nighttime allies, the quiet builders of strength while you sleep. B-complex, vitamin C, and caffeine are your saboteurs if taken too late. The key lesson here is that timing is everything. Your body is a symphony, and if one instrument plays at the wrong time, the whole song sounds off. But when you align your rhythm with what your biology expects, energy in the morning, recovery at night, your body responds with power. You don't need extreme workouts or expensive powders. You just need to work with your body instead of against it. The miracle of regeneration is already inside you. All you have to do is let it happen. Now, I want you to make one small promise to yourself. Go to your kitchen after watching this and move just one supplement bottle, maybe your vitamin C or your B complex, from the dinner shelf to the breakfast spot. Or decide that after lunch today, that's your last cup of tea or coffee. That single action may seem small, but it's a signal to your body that change has begun. In the comments, tell us which one you'll do tonight. Write it out. Your words might inspire someone else in the Inner Spark community to do the same. Because this channel isn't just about advice, it's about community, about people over 60 realizing they can still rebuild, grow, and thrive. If you're ready to reclaim your strength, type "I am ready" in the comments. It's more than a phrase, it's a declaration that you're choosing vitality over decline. You're saying to yourself, "My best days aren't behind me, they're waiting for me when I wake up strong." So tonight, as you turn off the lights, remember, your body isn't done growing, it's healing. Give it the tools, D3, zinc, rest, and peace, and it will reward you with energy, strength, and confidence you thought you lost. The most powerful transformation happens not in the gym, but in your sleep. This is the Inner Spark, reminding you that your body still knows how to fight for you if you just let it. If you like this video, then like, subscribe to the channel, comment, and share it with your loved ones.